everyone, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my thoughts on the movie Midnight Special that came out this last year. I don't think this movie is known about by a lot of people. I'd heard a decent amount about it before I saw it, but that's mainly because I think because I follow like film circles much more acutely than a lot of people do. But I really wish this movie was talked about more. I think it's fantastic. It's got an amazing cast. It's got a cool concept. Looking at the concept, so basically this is a sci-fi movie. But it's not like a sci-fi movie in the same vein as like, you know, like Transformers or Terminator or Aliens or whatever, where it's all about that concept. What it is in this case is there is a sci-fi element, and I'm not going to really go into that because I don't want to spoil this movie for anybody, but there's a sci-fi element, and then there's all kinds of normal people, but they believe in it acutely, and so they're kind of the people around it is what the story is about, as well as the person directly involved, and I thought it was phenomenal. The best part of this movie, by far, in my view, is the acting. I mean, the director got an amazing tone in it, and you're throughout the entire movie, you're really left guessing a lot, and there's a lot of unanswered questions, even by the end of it. But it's not like unanswered questions. Like sometimes you watch a movie and there's unanswered questions, and you're angered by it. But this one, it gives you enough that you're kind of at peace with what you've seen. And all the characters kind of have some finality to their story, which is also like it makes so that you're walking out of it, you're not frustrated that you don't know exactly what you've seen, but you're interested because you don't know exactly what you've seen. As I was saying though, the performances are what make this movie completely. It's got Michael Shannon in it, who's always amazing. A lot of people know him best as Zod from Man of Steel, but he's just such a good actor. He's got such an interesting presence. Joel Edgerton, who I always think of from the movie Warrior, which is an MMA-focused film, but it reminds me a lot of, say, like Rocky, where it's a sports film, but it's a lot about the characters behind the events, and there's a lot of like focus on that, and I love him in this, and I loved him in that. Kirsten Dunst, who, to be honest with you, I was never that big of a fan of, but in the last year or two, I think has really undergone a renaissance between Fargo, which she was amazing in, and Melancholia, I really liked her in. And then my favorite actor in the movie is Adam Driver, who I just really, really like as an actor. I love his character in the last Star Wars movie, Kylo Ren. I thought he was a fascinating figure and brought something completely different to the franchise. I know a lot of people talked about how that movie was just episode 4, and I could see that, but he was very interesting in that. And then there's another movie called This Is Where I Leave You that is absolutely amazing that you should check out if you haven't. I like it even more than Midnight Special. But all of them are just so good in this movie. Like they are, all the characters feel fully fleshed out. Like, you know where all of them are coming from, and their motivations are clear, even if their situation isn't. And it really makes the movie something that you can completely buy into, and you can empathize with everybody, even though the situation's kind of fantastical. This movie to me just works on every level. So if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you check it out. If you have seen it, please comment down below. And I love new subscribers, so I would love it if I got some new people checking out my stuff. And have a nice day.